Dudley, take Amy as your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
And you, Amy Robsart, take Robert as your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
It means a lot that you came today, Elizabeth.
Well, congratulations. I'm very happy for you guys. This should have been me.
Well, thank you, Elizabeth. That's very kind of you.
Yep.
Methinkest thou art a general offence, and every man shall beat thee.
Thou art as loathsome as a toad. Well, Elizabeth, can I talk to you in private?
Well, of course, Bonnie Sweet Robin.
What are you guys in love?
Of course not. We're talking business. Let's go, Rob.
Congratulations on your marriage. I'm sure you'll be very happy together.
Thank you, my lady. However, we both know you always have a special place in my heart. I'm sorry, Elizabeth, but this is the same.
My dear Robert, I'll never forget the time we spent together in prison. You've been my best friend ever since we were little, and that's why I gave you the honor of being master of the horse.
And I can never repay you for your friendship and our love. However, I am now married to Amy, and sadly, we must end this sinful affair, and I must go back.
I can't believe he would choose her over me. I mean, I'll be the queen for many years. I'll have to sacrifice so many things for the good of my country, and now I have to give him up too. Sir! You need to rush to Cumnor Palace to see your wife. There's been a terrible accident. Go! Don't delay!
My sweet Amy!
How did this happen?
I don't know. It could have been a murder or a suicide, but nobody knows.
You're lying. You were the one that pushed her down the stairs. You pushed her.
I swear I didn't.
Stop lying to me. I know you're secretly in love with the queen. You wanted Amy out of the way so you could have the queen to yourself. But shame on you.
No, I know I loved her.
Now the queen will want nothing to do with being around you because of the reputation you'll receive after I tell everybody you did this to your sweet Amy.
Please, you can't do this to me.
I'm an English statesman, a secretary of state, and not to mention the chief advisor of the queen. I can do whatever I want.
But I'm the queen's favorite, so don't say anything.
That's why I've always hated you.
I heard about what happened, and I'm so sorry for your loss. My love is a secret no more. I think it's time to confront Rob about getting married.
But what if Rob was the one that killed Amy? You cannot risk your title as queen. You cannot get involved in this mess. It will ruin your reputation. I'm only trying to help, but I don't agree you should marry Rob. If you go through with it, I'll have to resign.
You're right. I can't marry him now. I guess it's just not meant to be.
It has been so many years since your father has passed, and I'm glad that you can finally talk about it. Now that you are done grieving, we may contact his spirit and seek closure for you.
I feel like my father's death was partially my fault. I should have never helped a plot to get Lady Jane on the throne. We would have never failed, and Mary Tudor would have never executed him.
Dear Rob, you cannot blame yourself for such things. As you know, I am gifted in the science of alchemy, and we may conduct a seance if you wish to apologize to your father. This is a most tragic affair. Rest in peace, sweet Amy. You will forever be in our hearts. I'll find out what really happened to you, though. Guardians of the spirit realm, hear and guide my plea. When the witching hour rings true, bring my friend Amy to me. Other souls who hear this call may not enter this place. Only the one known as Amy may enter sacred space. Dearest Amy, please speak to me and tell me who is behind your untimely demise. It was Will! So now I am the only one that knows what truly happened. What should I do with this powerful information?
John, did you hear? There's going to be a trial for Amy's death.
Well, why do you seem so nervous?
Nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm just glad Robert will finally be put away for the horrible thing he's done.
Well, you never know what will happen. It's all up to the jury now.
Okay, we will now commence with the trial regarding the murder of Amy Robsart.
Okay, vote for you. Money for you. Money for you. Court is smart. Everyone know the plan?
Sir, yes, sir!
I now call upon Robert Dudley to the stand. What were you doing the night of Amy's death?
Well, since I was appointed commander, I was preparing to set sail with the English army to fight the Spanish forces in the Netherlands. And might I add, I am largely funding the expedition that won't even happen for many more years.
Do you have any witnesses?
Yes, the men that were there that are helping me establish a plan.
When did you find out about Amy's death?
Well, John D. sent me a messenger because he could sense that there was a murder. And then I ran to find her and saw her dead body lying on the ground.
Where were you the night Amy Robsart died?
I was stressed out about having to collect the royal revenue and worried I may have messed up with some of the numbers. So I was in Cumnor Place checking over everything.
And you were one of the first ones to see Amy's body?
I heard crying and ran into the room and saw Rob crying over Amy's body. He was the only one in the room with Amy's dead body.
All right, well, and I want John D. to the stand. Where were you the night Amy died?
I was at the local tavern for a while with some friends, but decided that I should go home and go over my inventory, when suddenly I had a feeling that someone close to me had died.
Did you ever go and see her body?
Yes.
Why did you feel it was necessary that Rob was told?
Well, they are married. Wouldn't you want to know if your wife had died?
Do you know who did it? Well, care to tell us?
The person was in a dark sweater, but I saw William and Elizabeth.
And I want to talk to the Queen.
I don't understand why you need to talk to me. Do you really think that the Queen would do something like this? I have no interest in being with or marrying Robert. I have no interest in sharing my power with a spouse. I've seen the troubles and challenges with royal marriages through my parents and siblings.
I just want to know if you know anything about the murder.
No, I don't know anything. It was Robert!
No, it wasn't. I would never be able to kill my wife.
Sit down. How could you accuse the Queen of murder? We're never talking this again.
I'm John D., and in my later years, I continued my fascination with the dark side and spirit communication. My main interest lied within the occult, and I became obsessed with its secrets. The brilliant Shakespeare depicted me as King Lear in one of his many plays. As the Queen's most significant friend, I was often called on for advice and assistance. During the pending attack of the Spanish Armada in 1588, I was finally able to put my spiritual powers to work for the good of England. The Spanish Armada loomed over the English Channel, and I suggested to hold the course and be still. I had correctly anticipated a devastating storm that destroyed the mighty Spanish fleet. It was my finest patriotic moment of my life.
My name is Queen Elizabeth, and I was in power for a total of 45 years and never got married because I thought there would be too many challenges and troubles throughout my royalty career. Throughout my reign, I had many suitors from different countries and used it as a political tool in foreign and domestic policies. Robert and I's friendship died down after Amy's trial, but when Robert sent me his final letter, I kept it in my bedside table in my jewelry box until the day I died.
I am Robert Dudley. I have been close friends with Elizabeth since childhood and became known as her favorite since her very first day on the throne as queen. I was named Master of the Horse, receiving money to meet the expenses of the title. I was then created a Knight of the Garter in 1558 when I was sworn in as a privy councillor, also that the Queen would always be able to rely on me. Then, in 1564, I was appointed the Baron of Denbigh by the Queen, and finally the Earl of Leicester. I was appointed the commander of English forces in Netherlands from 1585 to 87. However, in 1588, I fell ill at Cornbury and died from a malarial infection, in addition to suffering from stomach ailment. The Queen was devastated and treasured the last letter I wrote her for the rest of her life beside her bedside. Besides the titles and honors, the recognition of my dark, handsome looks and being the alleged lover and favorite of the Virgin Queen have made me an historical icon.
I am William Cecil. I was happily married to Mary Check, and we had one son, Thomas. Sadly, Mary died in 1543. Later, I married Mildred Cook, and we had 4 children, Francisca, Anne, Robert, and Elizabeth. 2 of my kids died within the same year they were born. I was very proud of all my children. Also, I cared very greatly for my work with Queen Elizabeth. Elizabeth relied on me for my intelligence, wisdom, and dedication. Elizabeth banned me from court for my contribution in the execution of Mary, Queen of Scots. Elizabeth did not want to take part in killing a fellow queen, so she put off signing Mary's death warrant. She signed it off to William Davidson, who then brought it to me, and then I sent out the death warrant. I wasn't afraid to make hard decisions to protect my queen. I was later raised to be known as First Baron Burghley. I died August 4th of 1598 due to a heart attack or a stroke.